Hey there, I am Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org. In today's video, what I'd love to answer for you is what type of location pages should you be creating? I get the question quite a lot. Chris, should I be targeting counties? Should I only target cities? Should I target towns and cities or cities and counties? Like, what type of location pages should I create? So what I want to break down in this video is the type of location service pages that we create. The advantages, disadvantages, and why we chose to create the location pages that we do. Now, before I get into the video, I want to point out chrispalmer.org for all of your consultation or service needs. If you click this button, we have a plethora of services done for you monthly, everything. With that out of the way, I brought up an example, all right? What we're searching for is Broward County, because this is a common question. I also have examples. Stick with me, okay? But here, this is the main reason why we choose to go for state and city, all right? Let me share this with you. So this is Google Maps. On Google Maps, I'm searching for Broward County. This is in Florida. As you can see, I'm searching for Broward County, and yes, they have put a red outline on here. But what they did not do is they did not say, hey, this is Broward County. Now, why is that? What are they pointing out? Well, yes, they know where Broward County is, but what they point out specifically is cities, as you can see by the bolded, right? This is bold, cities. And if you scroll in, towns. Cities and towns is what they bold and semi-bold. This is what they show prominence to. If you zoom in, they also show prominence to actual streets. So what information is Google telling us? Well, they value, right? Well, also convey this to a web page. What should be on our web page? What should we talk about? We should talk about the state that we're in, right? Because they show that clearly. If you zoom out, it will show you the state, right? If I zoom out, Florida, state, city, and then along with that, they towns, and again, street names. So this is the type of information that should be in a page. But what about the counties? There is some search volume around counties. And you should be adding it to your pages, but there's a specific place that we love to add it, not have a dedicated page in your structure, all right? So again, like I mentioned before, the reason why we go with state, city, and town, and then info content, is because that's what Google's rewarding. They've made it evidently clear. Look at the bolds and the semi-bolds. These are cities and towns. Let me share with you some examples here, all right? So again, we're chrispalmer.org, and then this is the structure that I have seen. And yes, you might find some examples where it's successful. It'll be website.com. It'll be a one state, one county service area that they service. They'll have county/city/town, right? I've also seen some companies do website.com/state, then county, then city, then town, but now we're really deep in the structure, right? What we prefer is this right here, okay? We have website.com, so that's brand. And then we have our city plus service pages. And then we have our city plus service pages. And then to break down this even more so you could have a visual representation, I'm a visual learner. Maybe you are too. If you take a look here, I have an example, law.com. All right, take a look here. So we have law.com, brand, and then we have personal injury attorney, California. That's our state page. / personal injury lawyer, Los Angeles. So we have our variations and we're targeting state and city, what Google rewards. Now, let me share with you a page example. All right, I'm going to do it right here on the whiteboard. All right, because it's fast, it's easy. This is a very common page. All right, there's some things that I left out, but I just want to get to you. I need you to understand what type of location pages you should create and what information should be on them. All right, remembering what Google rewards on maps, here's what we would do using our example up top here. So in the URL, a very important place for optimization, we have personal injury lawyer, Los Angeles, California. We're talking about this page here. And then we have our brand name, right? This will be in your URL, your meta description, your breadcrumbs, your schema, right? The name of the page, we have the state, the city, and our brand name. Now here's the title of the page. Personal injury lawyer, Los Angeles. The H1 will repeat the title tag. Title tag is for robots. H1 is for humans. They should be matching. Now, sometimes you'll add some extra benefits in there, but they should be matching, all right? Now, Here's where on this personal injury lawyer Los Angeles page, here's where we would talk about counties and even streets. You know, we could be pulling in review information from past cases that we had where it'll talk about a car accident that was on this street or on this corner. We're being very geo-specific. This is a geo-targeted page to a location, a state, a city, or a town. So again, take a look here, URL, title H1, here's the paragraph. Law Group, that's our brand name. I just put X's for the name. So Law Group blank takes personal injury cases in Los Angeles County. Los Angeles is in Los Angeles County, I think. Servicing Los Angeles, California, spelled that wrong, but you get the gist. City plus state since 1962. Now, further on in the content, this is paragraph, right? You have your H2. You could target a secondary keyword like a near me, and then talk about Los Angeles County. You can also talk about your cases in this instance, certain streets, addresses, names. You see where I'm going with this? And it all goes back to looking at Google Maps and what Google rewards. Also, look at search volume. Look at the search volume for city and state versus county. That should be evidence enough. Look at the cost per click value. And again, in some instances, county is great, but we can target county, city, and state just by putting it inside of the paragraph text. If I'm on a city page, I could talk about the county that I'm in. It's relevant to the page. Then I'm still staying geo-relevant. And this is how I create geo-targeted location service pages. This is exactly how we create them. This is the thought process. And this is why I prefer brand name, primary service plus state, primary service plus city. Sometimes we'll do town and sometimes we do information as well, but this is the structure and this is why, and this is what I recommend. So my name is Chris Palmer with chrispalmer.org. If you have questions about creating location pages or geo-modified location pages or geo-targeted location pages, anything, if you're a service business, law firm, chiropractor, dentist, anything, I can help you out with local SEO. Please ask in the section below. I answer every local SEO tip question that I can, every question. Or if you need a second pair of eyes, check out chrispalmer.org. But I look forward to seeing you in the next local SEO tips for geo-targeted location pages video. Have a great day. Bye-bye.